This is Rene and Enriquez. Nickname Bootser. Black Hand of the Mexican Mafia. Prison gang politics.
Hey folks, my name is Rene Enriquez. Welcome to Uncensored. We're going to continue with the hotel secret meeting series. This is episode 10. For all you following and watching this religiously, excuse me, I had a tongue tie there, a brain fart. Happens to me once in a while. As I get older, it happens more frequently. But we're going to continue with this series of the hotel meeting. If you recall, in the last segment, towards the end, they were talking about the cell phone and how to work it, and it's almost comical to see them trying to work the analog cell phones, right? This is back in the day when they first came out, right? And they're trying to work it, and it was mundane. It was mundane mob talk. You know, it's kind of boring to listen to this stuff, but if you listen to some of the peripheral conversation, we'll maybe pick up on some intel that we can comment on. I'm going to run that video now. I hope you're enjoying this series. We're gonna watch the video right now.
You got Rick?
I only charge it about an hour in the morning.
I know it, huh? I charge it quick.
When I get up, while I'm washing up and get ready to go to work out.
You know where you talk into it?
I got a better
Where?
charger.
I do. Is it a supercharger or one of the overnights?
I don't know. You have to look at it.
I got an overnight. That motherfucker takes fucking off. Then that fucking only lasts about 4 hours.
Take the chance right now. Got one right there.
Basically not
When somebody calls in,
It's right there, you know. It's like a box.
Yep, I really got it.
Just get a box. And then you plug it in.
Yeah.
That shit hits you back.
That is Sammy Negro Villalba that went and sat on the bed right now and flicked his ashes into the trash can.
Yeah. Did you put two? Did you put two batteries in that? Like, did you put the phone in there?
You know, I don't fuck with
I
it.
got a supercharger.
You got his phone.
It
You got
takes
his phone with
like
him.
7 hours to charge it.
Go
You call
home.
me back with his phone. Especially driving
Is that it, you got?
You got a petty too.
but they should be able to know.
I don't fucking know.
yeah. They should be here.
I'm driving.
That's right. Yeah, I know I drive sleep.
Yeah, you know, that's how he was out. He was out with crash.
Somebody drive with a tree.
That's why we ride down the damn store, because you got a flat tire. But I didn't know how to drive that motherfucker. Came back talking about I got a flat tire, so let's put me in the car. Remember that car we got?
Just to see
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, that's what you told me about.
Fucking ended up driving all them fucking stores, and ended up in
Should have run
fucking
over
Winter
the
Park
lady on the
driving.
street.
Yeah,
I
that's
wanted
so
about
bad.
that tire place. We'll teach. Went up there about the place. Fill them up.
Yeah, when Scooby went into it.
We did.
And I just breaking the dudes.
Sometimes he won't even answer it. I used to see him all the time.
What are you gonna be 10, 9:30?
Okay, check it out. We're gonna take this last issue home, because then we're gonna call it down. I don't think the other two brothers are gonna go. This issue is concerned.
So we're just hearing a lot of side talk, right? But right now, Chuco says they're going to discuss the last issue and then take off. So let's get into this issue.
Turning the two brothers right here. China Boy and Sammy. What is it that the barrios that you guys could work out?
You know what? We talked something out, but I seen it went further than but it had to go. We talked again. I figured it was squashed.
That's why we're here, but
I know. Okay. I don't know. Is it over? Yeah. All right.
See,
No, we wanted to discuss that what you got, you satisfied on, because we're in a blind, and you brothers that don't know what's happening.
Okay, what you do?
We're all brothers, and this is why we call meetings for, brother.
Here's an important point. Chuco Castro is an active FBI informant. the issue is dead. They said they settled it, and that's typically how it's done in the organization. Like, it's done, bro. We settled it among ourselves. No need to bring it to a meeting. And it's done. It's not brought up again. Neither of them can bring it up again, right? It's a quashed issue. Quash, not squash. Quash with a Q. It's a quashed issue, right? But Chuco, being an active FBI informant, wants the details of what occurred because there's a conflict between China Boy Arias and Sammy Villalba, Negro, right? Where guns were pulled out. I even heard that they exchanged some rounds, some of the crew members, because China Boy was attempting to control Artesia in its entirety, particularly Chivas, right? And Homeboys had a lot of problems with China Boy and his then wife, Nilsa. They used to call her the wall because it was like running into a wall when you dealt with her, right? China Boy was a great businessman. He controlled his territory, as he should have. He was protecting it, right? But this led to a conflict between the two homeboys. These are Mexican Mafia members who share the same territory and each had a right to function in that area, but it wasn't working out. And this is what this meeting is about. Part of it, right? Because we heard a lot of issues. This is the one where the segment where China Boy and Negro hash it out.
Okay. What's up? First of all, I didn't know what was going on. Apparently these kids owed Smilon some feria, and I wasn't aware of it. You know what I mean? And I wasn't told about it until later on. You know what I mean? And I asked him, I go, why didn't you tell me before so I could help you, pay it out? He said, well, we didn't know how you were gonna take it. So I said, well, you should have told me, that way I could help you. And so I told him, okay, what do they owe you? And I still don't know what he owes. But see, the guy that did the tranza, he got some feria and he booked to Arizona. He booked to Arizona and he left the other vatos with the bag without even saying nothing. And then they told me that Sleepy had told Smilon, okay, Sleepy had said, they're not gonna pay you no more, they're gonna pay me, which was Sleepy.
Did you say the last meeting that?
So let's unpack that for a second, right? This is one of the issues that came up, that China Boy, because China Boy was close with Pee Wee Aguirre and Smilon Gallardo, right? Very close with them. China Boy was allowing Smilon to deal drugs in Artesia. That's exactly what's going on here, which is a no-no. It's a no-no. Letting other brothers come in to deal dope in a neighborhood controlled by multiple members from Artesia, right? This is what caused the conflict. Somebody disappeared with the debt. And then he mentioned Sleepy. That's Jesse Aragon, right? Jesse Aragon, Sleepy from Artesia. He was made in Folsom in the 80s, right? And he was pretty much like a bum. He didn't do anything for the organization. He collected money for his dope habit. And eventually they attempted to eliminate him a couple times. This is apparently at a time where he's still functioning, but I know the decision had been made to eliminate him at some point. I remember talking about this with Huero Shy and Negro personally, because he failed to do some things he was supposed to do, right? Particularly eliminate individuals. He just wouldn't do it. In fact, Sleepy Aragon, Jesse, the person they're talking about, Sleepy, was supposed to go on my commitment defense with David Gallegos, the Mexican Mafia member that I was convicted of eliminating. He begged off of that, like, I can't go, or in fact, he lost one of the weapons. So that was a huge strike against him. And I voiced that, and Huero Shy voiced it, Sammy voiced it. We had already voiced our opposition to this guy remaining in the fold. So this is the guy they're talking about now, Sleepy.
His old lady still has people out there collecting?
Yeah. Collecting from little vatos that we don't know who they are. You know what I mean? They're Sleepy and God. And We don't know who they are or what until we run into them. Okay? But that's what I'm trying to find out now. What does he owe to get this vato out of that predicament? Because he was torcido también, and then he got taxed for it. You know what I mean? Which he didn't have nothing to do with it. What I'm trying to find out, if the vatos owe for disrespect, let me know, and I'll make sure that whatever has got to be paid, it's got to be paid.
Whose vatos are we talking about?
Who is it? It's, what's his name?
Vatos from Cataranas?
No.
Chivas.
No, it's Chivas, that's all. That's all. It was, what's his name? Jerry's name. Sniper. And who else?
Didn't we deal with these people before?
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was running down to them earlier. That originally, all the brothers were there way back when.
Yeah, but
when they were coming in, remember?
Yeah.
The half of one side every week.
Yeah,
Okay, they disrespected the brother.
Okay.
That's Pee Wee Aguirre talking to the left of the camera with a high-toned voice, talking about they used to come in with a half ounce a week.
We told him, and we asked him, "Are you do it anything for any brother?" And they never said, they never spoke.
Okay,
a word.
let me-
we ain't doing nothing.
let me explain that part right there.
Half ounce a week.
Okay, that part was true. But they had, Tucker was supposed to be doing that. And Tucker got torcido también. And what he did, he dropped it on Jerry. And then Jerry, Sleepy went to Jerry and told Jerry, you don't owe Smilon nothing, you give it to me. And see, and that's what the kids were saying, hey, well Sleepy said we give it to him. And I told him, no, you're not giving Sleepy nothing. You know? And then but then that's the way that's the last time I heard of it, because that's like China Boy. So I told China Boy, why didn't you come and tell me if they owed? Why didn't you tell me that way I could help it out? You know what I mean? He said, well, he goes, well, I didn't. You know, you're not involved in that. So, but I am involved because they're working for me. See what I'm saying? Them chavalones were working for me. I go, if I would have known sooner, then yo le podía apartar algo para este canal.
So it was lack of communication.
Yeah. And so he goes, so the other day we talked, and I told him, okay, so what is he owe? And up to this day, I don't know what he owes. Well, somebody knows what he owes, and find out if Sleepy did tell him, okay, you know, for the time, did he cut him loose? Did he turn him over to Sleepy, or what? See, that's what I'm trying to find out. That's why I told China Boy, you tell us my
Well,
Lord.
I know from I know it's the same people, like for instance, it's for like the same people that we spoke with way back when. We never told them to give it. They was giving the stuff to us.
Okay,
Yeah, it was, yeah.
okay,
We
he
never
was,
told
but
him
that
to
guy's
stop.
not
We never
here no
told him
more.
to stop.
He's not here no more.
No, he was already out of the.
Here's the thing, right? Another thing that I see in this glaring violation of territorial boundaries, right? That Pee Wee's saying the guys we were dealing with who were giving it to us. What is Pee Wee doing in Artesia? What is Smilon doing in Artesia? This is the thing with China Boy and his inability to carve out his own territory. He let in all these other brothers that made him, right? Let them come deal in Artesia, which is not cool. This is a bad flaw on his part. This is a huge blunder. because this created conflict with us, right? Myself and Darryl Baca had to push back when China Boy's wife attempted to tell us the same thing. No, the other brothers are working this area. You're not welcome here, and you can't deal here, right? We pushed back, and we says, you know what? We don't want to hear that. This is our neighborhood. No woman is going to tell us what to do, and nobody's ever going to exclude us from doing business in the hood. In fact, myself and Darryl Baca ended up taking over Chivas as a result of this stuff right here. And I recall this intimately, that we contacted Chuco, we contacted Huero Shy, we contacted Black Dan, we contacted Topo Peters when we went down in 1995 for the trial, and specifically stated this, that we are functioning in that neighborhood and we don't need the permission of any woman, and no carnal is going to exclude us from doing business.
Well, he was never in the toker was already busted.
I know. You're talking about Jerry.
That was the
Sniper. Was it Sniper?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sniper was
Sniper.
never.
That's Jerry. That's Jerry.
Youngster.
Yeah. He split to Arizona. He got the whatever he had in his pockets and he jammed to Arizona. So see, that's where the mix-up is right there.
You know what we did is we didn't actually follow it up. We did like you really have a lot of territory, you know. We were depending on their loyalty to us, you know, to come in. And then they 1 week skip and come in. 2 weeks skip, come in.
We didn't sweat them.
Skip, and then shoot them, they were out.
Okay.
We didn't sweat them.
Okay, then how long did
they went
that
out?
go?
They went out of the picture.
Okay, and then are they clear or
It'd
what?
be a good thing to have them do something for the blood now because he needs
Okay, what do you want? What do you need? Tell me.
You have to talk.
Somebody say something. What do you want from us?
Buy the rack of guns first.
What you talking about?
Wait a minute, listen, hold on a minute. Okay, I thought we were here to discuss these guys' problem right
That's
now.
what we're doing.
You know, okay, now, this other thing, you're talking about taxing this one neighborhood.
No, it's not neighborhoods.
A few vatos.
It's not neighborhoods.
Okay, well, it's the same thing to me, that's the way I see it. But, okay, whatever little business you guys have with them, I know that, I don't know nothing about that. But I mean,
We're off the subject.
We're going to cut out here. Shy's weighing in, the elder statesman. He does not like what's going down because Pee-Wee and Smilon are now taxing Artesia, right? And that is what Shy and Negro's just trying to resolve. It says, tell me what they owe. And nobody will say what they owe because they don't owe. The individual that owed them took off, right? And Sleepy, the opportunist, the Mexican Mafia member on the outs, is telling those individuals, hey, just pay me, don't pay them. This is an internal issue. What they needed to do was eliminate Sleepy from the equation, and Shy and Negro needed to tell Pee-Wee and Smilon, stay out of Artesia. China Boy doesn't have the right to let you guys come in there. We oppose it, and that's it. That's all. But we're going to cut out here. Hope you like this segment of the video. We got a few more segments on this hotel series to go. With that said, folks, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Tell me if you like it. And if you don't, then, oh well. All right. Have a good day, folks. As always, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit that notification bell, and hype the video. Peace out.